Kevin's Corner. That's who it is. And I'm back. That's right. Let me make some adjustments here. I'm back, and I'm back a little early too. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, because I need to get done with this show earlier, and so I figured I'd start a little bit early. And those that could log on and catch it early, great. For those that maybe can't, they'll catch it at some point. So now, with that being said, let me make sure. Yeah. That being said, let me look make sure. Yeah, I had to make sure that I was able to check out the notifications, and the notifications worked. Surprisingly, it's hit and miss. It's hit and miss when it comes down to YouTube. So let me make sure y'all can see the TV, and we'll get ready to jump right in while it's early. Go early, finish early. Yeah, I see people checking in. It says I can see and hear you. That's all I need. That's all I need. As long as you can see and hear me, it's time for me to get busy then. So, with no further ado, let's go ahead and knock it out. What's today? Is today Monday? It's Monday? Boy, I tell you, they go by so fast. I'll be sitting there like out there. What year is this again? Is it 82? Are we still in 82? No, it's not 82 anymore. Okay, all right. See, I thought it was 82 because we got a lot of people walking around dressed like women, and back then it was okay. You had Boy George, come a chameleon. We didn't even question that. We didn't even question it. Yeah, man, Prince come out, ruffles and everything, high heels, talking about some, and we didn't even question it. So I mean, if somebody right now was beamed up to 2025 from 1982, for a minute it'd take them a second to realize that, wait a minute, these people aren't famous and dressing for a show. They doing this for real? People would be shocked. They'd be like, whoa. Wait a minute. That was cool back then. The feathered hair, the hairspray and stuff. Right now, I got to question some things, which we're going to open up my show with the crazies. The crazies are being unleashed on us by the left. And I don't hear nobody condemning certain behaviors. I don't hear people coming out talking about this right here needs to be condemned. Look at this, the violence is coming from. Nobody's doing that for some reason. And I'm wondering why. And I bet you I can figure it out. But before we do that, let's go ahead and get loose. Welcome to Gorilla Clan. What? Like real gorilla. Real gorilla, real gorilla. There's some kings in the building. Gorillas in here, gorillas in here, gorillas in here, gorillas in here. That's right. Don't forget, there's a Kevin's Corner store in here too. You can check that out, get some gear, shop till you drop. And that number right there, 330-974-4607 is the number you can text MAGA to just in case they unexist me on this here platform. And then finally, those that would like to support my channel in other ways, you can do it through my Cash App or my PayPal. I'll take it. Some people decided to help me the other day, and I was really appreciative of it because I told y'all the man truck suffered a breakdown, man. I'm upset about it. Yeah, I could have done like, Tampon Tim and faked it. Got up under there banging on stuff, pretending I know what I'm doing. Ting, 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 ting. That would shake a couple wires. But nah, I had better sense than that. I'll probably only make it worse. So I actually sent it to my mechanic, and he's still confused himself. He's like, all right, I'm going to try this. I'm like, whoa. Don't be out there just experimenting now. I mean, you better make some decisions and go with it. Okay, I don't want you to be like, I tried A, B, C, and D. That's going to cost you this. And I'm like, hey, pick one, the right one. And go with it, okay? So we'll see how that all works out. But definitely those that like what they hear and they support the channel, if you can, that'd be great. Other than that, you do it anyway by simply watching, hitting the like button, and sharing my videos. All of that is considered support. So I appreciate that. Now, as I was saying, the crazies are loose. And see, the problem with the liberal base, the radical liberal base, whether they be paid protesters or whether they be just believers, folks that just for some reason are susceptible to that type of brainwashing, and they are suffering from real live TDS. The problem with it is they they don't know when to stop. They don't have a governor. They don't realize that the Democrats and the news is jiving them. See, I had to go back to the 70s. They don't know they jiving them. See, they take this stuff seriously, and then they come out and then, of course, oftentimes either embarrass themselves, which they really are embarrassing the Democrat Party because that's their base. See, it's not a cool thing now when it comes down to some of these protesters for the Democrats, because if I'm a Democrat, I'm saying, well, look at the squad that we're sending out there. These aren't the type of people we want folks to make that connection with. Like, oh, yo, that's Nala. She's going to get it. But yeah, I would be like, yo, I don't want them to be representing us. We don't want them folks out there protesting. They look nuts. But not only do they often look nuts and behave nuts, we also have some people out there burning down stuff, burning up Teslas, shooting inside a Tesla and stuff like that. Hold on, let me go get these dogs before they make me mad. And then I have to embarrass myself on TV getting physical with the puppies. Uh-huh. You two, Gizmo. Y'all better get in here and settle down. Darn it. Or somebody's gonna get hurt. Don't come over here playing with me. Go somewhere. Go. Up there barking. Go now, get. Yeah, mule, yeah. Hate to have to do it to them, see. Yeah, but they don't know how to act. They like, okay, well, if you ain't gonna bring us in here, we just gonna get in there and start making all kind of noise. And I can't have that. So something has to give. Now, getting back to what I was saying. So there are, folks out there committing acts of terrorism. And where's the Democrats? Where's the fake news? Can you imagine if our supporters were out there burning down stuff, setting cars on fire, shooting into windows, things like that? Can you imagine that? I mean, it would be nuts. 24/7 coverage of that. They would be putting a mic in every Republican's face. Excuse me. How do you feel about the current violence and stuff? Do you denounce it? Why are you guys using the rhetoric? See, so they will be all in our face. But the rhetoric that these folks are using is causing the mentally disturbed to react as if these things are real. And that's the problem. It seems like the Democrat Party has a very large group of mentally disabled people that supports their party. They believe this stuff and they act upon it as if these things are real. They can't tell that these people are bluffing. These people are manipulating them. They can't tell the difference between reality and fiction. They can't tell the difference. So they're out there believing this stuff, protesting like it's real. And either you got to be paid or you got to be a 100% believer to risk your freedom by shooting inside of buildings and burning up people's cars. The Democrats is about to get some people killed, y'all. That's what they're going to do. You think they're going to stop, though? No. They're like, yo, the more rowdier, the better. Do whatever y'all got to do. We're the real party of violence. That's what it is. But when our folks go out there and start doing crazy stuff, what we're going to do is just ignore it. We're going to ignore it. Now, if I on, somebody's squad when it comes down to the White House or PR or, anybody on the right, they should be hammering the Democrats about all of this violence. They should be in their grill. Like, so what do you have to say about Elon Musk and his businesses and Tesla buildings being shot up and cars being set on fire? Are you willing to right now condemn this type of violence right now? Are you willing to do that? After they have demonized Elon Musk so much and so bad to whereas the crazies think they're fighting for justice. I hope they catch every one of these people and round them up. Not to mention, word on the street is that some of this stuff can be, Nala, what is that? Spit it out. See, this is why I can't let you have nice things. This is why. See, don't look that way at me. Spit it out. What is that? Come here. Bring it here. Bring it. See, stop. Whooping time. Doom, 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 doom. Here she comes. Give me this. See what I'm saying? Y'all? See what I'm saying? Little stuff like this. Yeah. Anyway, back to what I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted, little girl. Man, I feel like I got real kids here. Now, back to this. Gizmo's sitting there like, I didn't do anything. I know what you're doing. When you're doing your little show, I don't do that stuff. I wait until you're finished. Gizmo understand. But yeah, as I was saying though, when it comes down to this, they have demonized Elon Musk so bad to a lot of people are either getting paid to do this, or maybe they're doing this because they really believe Elon is a threat to democracy and all of this stuff. Either way, word on the street is it might be being supported by some left-wing activist organizations. And I hope they find out. Boy, I hope they find out. And I hope they unleash all of Cash Patel, all of Pam Bondi, everybody, the whole DOJ, FBI. I hope they unleash them all on anybody who's responsible for supporting or promoting this type of violence. Now, with that being said, let's check out their handiwork, y'all. Yeah. Oh, singed in the crazy.
Today. On this International Women's Day, there were rallies and marches in cities around the world, including Chicago. A march kicked off at Daley Plaza and continued to Trump Tower. Speakers addressed issues including reproductive rights, economic injustice, and gender-based violence.
Basically everything. See, when they have their protests, they don't just segment it and, into one thing. They don't concentrate all their efforts into one thing. It's time for everybody to come out with their own little small grievance and act a fool. Every one of these folks right here are professional victims, so I'm sure they got their own issues in spite of the overall theme. See, and that's one of the biggest problems. When you go ahead and encourage people like this who like being victims, who like feeling like I'm important because I'm out here fighting against stuff, they will look at a million different things, and through their lenses, everybody's being mistreated. Everybody is, a white supremacist, a white nationalist. Every issue's worth coming out. And now you got a big gumbo of grievances. Nobody wants to eat a gumbo of grievances. I don't know about you. Dang on it. Can I just go ahead and taste it? Be like, all right, that we got women's rights. That's it. But no, what the heck? Now we got a trans rights. And what is this? Racism. Whole bunch of stuff. In that gumble of grievances. So now you stick a mic in one of these people's faces and you're like, oh, this is what, Women's Day or something like that. No, we're going to switch that up because see, with me, my issue is climate change. My issue is so now you just sit there and you listen to me and you say, it sounds like a whole bunch of people with problems. Come on, man. No, even in your personal life, you don't want to deal with people who got this amount of problems. You don't want friends that every time you talk to them, they lay about 12 things on you, that it's going wrong and they see, you're a negative Nelly. I don't want to. I can't ask you, hey man, what's up? Because you're going to tell me. You're going to be like, oh, I'm glad you asked. Did you see what's going on over and to hear the late? And I'm going to see, too many problems. See, I just want to talk about sports, laugh about old times, and that's it. But you want to sit back and tell me all the problems. So that's what this is a whole bunch of people with problems. But not only that, you can tell they got problems too. Mentality.
This is what fascism looks like.
She looked like she is straight out of Compton. Looked like she should be down with NWA right there. What is she, bringing it back? Dang on, F the police coming straight from the underground. She looked like she should be out there. They ain't going to ruthless. My style is a juvenile. Ran with the gang, slang in the meanwhile, banking. She's out there like Eazy-E. So now here she is with her skull cap and lokes on.
And people need to please get off the couch and start doing something.
We can't stand what's going on in our country right now.
Now, you see what I'm saying? Mostly a lot of white liberals, middle to upper class and age white liberals. And we can't stand now it's crazy how we have totally different interpretations of what is going on in the country. Their interpretation is based on a false reality. It's based on all the fear that's being pumped into them through the media and the fake news. Fear, false evidence appearing real. So here she is. Listen to these people's exaggerated view of what's going on. Whereas we're looking at it going, are you watching the same thing we're watching? Are you kidding me? It's great. Hey. Yeah, I'm like, it's great. I'm loving what's going on. So check it out.
because of Trump and Musk.
Trump and Elon gotta go! This is not normal. This isn't normal. Take the streets! It's also
Look at that. Look at that. You see that? You see this motley crew? There you go. Boy, that looks like a real live witch right there. So now you see the motley crew they put together, and see, if the Democrat Party had good leadership, they would steer far away from these type of often paid protests, and they would maybe focus on some people who look and sound like they are regular Americans with common sense. Whenever you see these groups of people, they don't seem like regular Americans with common sense. The fact that you take time out of your day to go down there and protest stuff that is in your mind, women's rights, all you have to do is just throw a mic in one of these people's faces, and they're going, the reason you know what, everything's, and you'll find that they are making this up in their head, but can't give you real examples or details of what is really going on and what rights are being rolled back. Listen to this garbage.
To remember and recognize the achievements and the cultures and the struggles of women across the world.
See, here we go. Recognizing all of that. You know what I'm recognizing? That. Bam! You see that Adam's apple? Yeah, man. Got a fist down there in that neck right there. We want to recognize all the women and the struggles, and that right there is a mighty big Adam's apple. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, we better take a closer look.
Every day is frightening in terms of things that are happening and announcements that are being made.
You hear this? Every day is frightening. The things that are being done. Nobody's been hurt. I mean, I'm sitting there saying, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Things are frightening. If you ask her to give you an example, all she's going to do is fuddle around for a minute and maybe, reach up and grab a couple, statements made by the Democrats. And that is what they're responding to, all of the fake news, false narratives from the Democrats. And they actually internalize this stuff and believe that this is really happening. And I'm sitting here saying, wow, is that easy to create a false reality to people who are weak-minded? No wonder they were all masked up for COVID. They created okay, see now you're going to get it. Because Gizmo is trying to check out Nala, because Nala is, I think, about to go in the heat, y'all. That means we might be getting some puppies. But you're about to get it. Come on, Giz. You're out of here. Bye-bye. See ya. Toodles. Shooters. Go. All the way. To the room. Go. Go. Here you go. Stay. Yeah. He got a Jones, y'all. About that. Look, hey, I understand. He like nothing but the dog in me. Why must I feel like that? Yeah, he can't help it. He's sniffing ever since the last week or so. He's been sniffing around her. And I'm like, hey, easy, pal. She's still too young. But he don't care. Gizmo's like, what's that smell I smell? I'm like, you better not be smelling what I think you're smelling. So now he gets ostracized. That's what happens. He can't control his behavior, so he gotta go. So now back to these people who have bought into a matrix type reality in their head. Listen to them.
It is frightening. It is absolutely frightening.
It's a scary time. I feel
Scary
like it's scary for our future.
We're in big danger. This is openly fascistic people.
Openly fascistic people. She seemed like she should be, working on the beehive or something, or out in her garden. But here she out. This is a dangerous time. Openly fascistic and stuff. They have no idea that the people who have brainwashed them are the real fascists. They overlooked all that fascistic behavior when they were using lawfare to go after Trump. They overlooked that. They overlooked that fascistic behavior when they was making people stay in the crib and putting masks on folks and locking kids up in the house to do their work and all of that stuff. They didn't care about none of that. They didn't care about our freedom, our body, our right to make decisions. They didn't care nothing about that. Yeah, they didn't see that it was fascistic when they were using the FBI to spy on folks in parking lots and create lists and things like that to label people extremists. That wasn't fascistic. But now all of a sudden, that's openly fascistic. How? That's all you got to do is ask Granny right there how.
The government.
Frankly, there is no International Women's Day without showing support to people around the world.
Holy moly. There you go. That's the number one indicator right there. When you out there still rocking that big, fat, ugly mask like Bane. Let's not stand on ceremony here, Mr. Wayne. What are you doing? You're a young lady. You know, chances of you catching and you know what and kicking the bucket. If you meet somebody like this and they got a mask on, go the other way. I don't care how fine she is up under that mask. You can't be fine enough for me to overlook the fact that you're out here rocking a stinking mask still. Immediately, I'm going, we got us a live one. Boy, she fine. You ever meet somebody so gorgeous, but they kind of crazy? And you're sitting there seeing if you could work past the craze, but the craze is just all in your face. You're like, can I get around all that craziness? Oh, dang, man, she fine too, but I can't take the chance. I can't take the chance. I might be out there on a catwalk with her and she go berserk. Never know. So if you're out there rocking that mask right off grip, I know what you're about.
Currently, my biggest problem is Trump.
There it is. That TDS will get you. I thought currently my biggest problem is Trump. Not what Trump is doing. It's just Trump. And see, when you get people to this degree, no matter what you tell them, it's, I believe it. Immediately, I believe it. And yeah, good. I'm glad you believe it. Now I need you to regurgitate it. I want you to go out and just repeat every single thing we've ever told you about Trump with no questions. Absolutely, we're on it. Let me get my mask first. There you go.
Shocker. And tell me, what brings you guys out?
So many reasons. We don't have all day, but yeah.
Man, I'm telling you, in my head, I'm here. The straight up circus music. Shoot. So, a whole bunch of reasons. Like what? Wow. You know what? I mean, so many right now, I can't even tell you. Unreal.
Just to basically protest what this administration is doing, what the stuff that they've. Again, there's so many things. It's so hard to choose.
There's so many. Oh, look at these. When you put together a costume for your protesting, what are you doing? You come out here dressed like The Handmaid. Somebody paid for that. Are you kidding me? But yet, the Democrats are like, yeah, show that the people are really standing up. They're fighting against Trump. What kind of people? The crazies. We're okay with that. Yeah, when normal functioning folks in society with common sense and that are measured, when they see that and they up there talking about the people are with us. Look at that. These are protests. We're going, of course they're protests. These people are crazy. Yeah, so we're not shocked to see folks like this out there protesting and they got costumes, y'all. Unbelievable.
I hope that they don't buy a Tesla. I hope that if they have a Tesla, sell it and take that resale value. I hope that they sell their Tesla stock.
Sell it.
We are protesting because we understand that we are not equal yet. We've lost reproductive rights.
Oh my gosh.
We're headed to lose voting rights.
We're not equal yet. We lost equal rights. And I'm saying, what are you talking about? I mean, you know what it is? I think we've lived too many years past real oppression. I think that there it is. Yeah, see, the generation that really suffered real oppression have gone for the most part. And the ones that are still here, they're too old to really, school these people about what it really is. See, she needs one of them women saying, girl, you don't know what you're talking about, baby. Back in my day, my husband could beat me if he didn't agree with things, and the folks wouldn't say nothing about it. He told me to stay in the kitchen, cook the food, make sure I'm pregnant, make sure I'm barefoot. That was it. And I never left him, okay, because it's not seemly to get divorced. I just dealt with it. That's oppression. What are you talking about? But this woman, we're still not equal. I once mentioned under my breath, maybe I can vote sometime. And he looked at me like this and said, woman, you better watch yourself. Don't make me backhand you. I said, okay, Henry. There it is. That's oppression. She's up to talk about we're still not equal yet. What are you talking about?
As a woman that looks like this, I need to get rounded up by ICE.
There it is. Look at the resistance, y'all. Yeah, man, that's the folks that fighting back against Trump and Elon and all of that stuff. So we got us a pink Viking person or so. I don't know if that's a man Viking under there, a woman Viking. I don't know. But either way, it's somebody dressed crazy. So let's see. What's the sign say? Democracy sent me? No. Craziness sent you. That's what sent you right there. The craziness woke you up. Yup. Huh? No, I was like, get up. Listen. All right. Today we're going to do some crazy stuff. Go in your costume drawer and get some Viking stuff. Let's go down and protest. That's what sent you. Dun, dun. Well, let's see what this one says. Oh, yeah. Let's see what their sign says here. All right. That sign says, I like my government. Oh, it changed you anyway. Well, what's this one? Trans women are women. Oh, God. See? You see what I mean? See, they got too many folks with problems. Everybody got their own little niche, and now they're all coming out. Now, you think the Democrats want these people out here with these signs right now, knowing that was a huge issue that led to them getting their butts beat, and yet they slide in. You can't monitor it. When you go ahead and do a dragnet of all these small individual groups and people with grievances, you can't monitor it. You can't sit back and say, only the ones that look like they got some sense can come to this protest. No, you don't open the floodgates. Everybody's welcome. Let's see who else is coming up in this funky, crazy party.
Bullshit.
That is bullshit. But look at this. Is that supposed to be Trump? They're stabbing a voodoo doll or something with Trump. I'm sure that catches every normal person's attention. Like, yeah, there you go. That looks like a good way to protest. What is this? Oh, yeah. Unbelievable. Jail Musk for what? Oh, look at that. Look at these. Why can't the left just protest like they got sense? They always got to do stuff that you got to try to interpret what this means. I'm sitting here looking at the person with the cat suit and the diamond. I'm going, what is that? What message besides I'm crazy are you sending? There it is. That's the only message I'm getting from that. Oh, boy. Protect trans kids. That's a losing argument. There it is. See, but I'm glad we get a chance to see what the base is of the Democrats. That's why every time you stick a mic in their face and you ask them about these issues, they got to try to tiptoe around them. Y'all see what happened to Gavin the Nuisance? Had the nerve to call something the way it is. Yeah, it's unfair that man girl is out there gonna win state, and immediately everybody jumped all on him. Yeah, all of these type of people. Now, see, he's smart enough because he's a slimy, oily politician that don't care about none of that stuff. He sees the reality of it. Same people are looking at this going, that is bullshit. And he's trying to set it up for his run in 2028 or something, 2029. But the crazies won't let him. See, the crazies won't let him. And that's the problem. You don't have Democrats able to rein in the crazies. Let's see how crazy they get. Here we go. Oh, yeah. Oh, some more. Oh, whoa, look at that. Whoa, y'all ready for this? Oh, look at that belly. Oh, man, that person right there is leading belly first, or they got two butts, one of the two. Maybe they got a butt on this side and a butt on that side. You know what? I got two butts. That's right. I identify as a person with two butts. So there you go. We got people out there with two butts. We got them all. We got them all here. Boy, I tell you, that's
This is going to get me bannered.
Uh-oh. And here we go. This is what it all ends up resulting in. So now we got this very gentle man that's about to get himself jacked up because he's suffering from Trump derangement syndrome. Listen to what he says, y'all. This is what these folks are emboldened enough to get on the internet and say.
But Donald Trump needs to be shot, guys.
Y'all hear that? You hear that? See, where's the left? Wait, where are all the Democrats finding all of these people? He ain't just the only one. on TikTok saying things like this? Why aren't they all coming out condemning this? Somebody go show me all of the videos that conservatives put together talking about this politician needs to be this and this politician needs to be X and this no, we don't do that stuff. I mean, I don't know of any politician on the right, I mean not politician, but any supporter on the right that I've ran across or they've reported on that actually talked about doing something like that to anybody on the left. But yet these people, you could go on TikTok and find a whole heap of them. This is how crazy these people are. Now, what would make a person feel like it's okay for me to get on here and say this? Could it be Donald Trump is about to take everybody's rights away? Donald Trump right here is about to do this. Donald Trump and Elon Musk. Could it be all of that? So now this guy's stupid enough to get on TikTok because their supporters aren't too smart and they're suffering from TDS and says this. Unreal.
I don't know if this is going to get me banned or not, but Donald Trump needs to be shot, guys. Someone needs to shoot him.
This.
How you like that, guys? I'm sure as soon as he logged off, like, yeah, they're gonna love this one. Send. Just a minute. Who is it? Secret Service. Huh? Secret Service. That was quick. Yes. Here you are talking about somebody needs to do that. Maybe we got some questions for you. Is it you? Are you thinking about doing it? Yeah. But nonetheless, I bet you could show that to a whole bunch of Democrat politicians and the fake news, and they would sit back and but Trump with J6 and Trump and his rhetoric, they would hit you with a whole bunch of that. But then you got these. These are my special ones right here. The ones that come out, y'all, with the instruments, dropping all kind of bars, y'all. Yeah, these are the folks that they want us to say. That's the resistance. Let's follow them.
Play the light of mine.
Yeah, girl.
I'm gonna let it shine.
She is in every key. She's all over the freeway, the key freeway. She ain't picked one and go, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, hacking up this little light of mine all over the place. This little light of mine is, no. We don't want to shine like that, okay? They ain't gonna, we want to put that light under a bushel. Because that chick's out there hacking that song to pieces. Little light of mine.
This is a song for all the good people.
What do you think this is, Woodstock? He's reliving it. Right now it's 1962. He's like, this is my big chance. I knew I should have never put my guitar away. I knew it would come back in style. It's my big chance. This is the one. What is he doing? What is it? They really are out here like, you know, the Daisy Age, Woodstock. I mean, and I'm saying, wow, we're really suffering from mental illness in our country. So look at this guy.
Oh, come on.
You ready?
The good people.
He told the people to get with him. Hold on, y'all.
For all
come
the
on,
good
y'all.
people. Come on.
Come on. Nobody knows what he's singing. Nobody knows that song. And he said, come on. Okay, so let's see this old man here making a fool out of himself.
All the good people.
All the good.
Part of this family.
Just making up words. Everybody, come on. And all the good people are part of this family. Come on. Why aren't you guys singing? You don't know the words? Everybody knows the words. Yeah, even though the words are only in his head. So that guy right there, he represents the resistance, y'all. The resistance. So now, guys, after all of this, the fallout from being dumb is kicking in. That's what it is, man. The Democrats right now are suffering the fallout of just being dumb. But I'm okay with that. The Democrat Party has a whole bunch of dumb politicians. Now, evil. A lot of them evil. The smartest ones are the most evil. Okay, but they've outlived their evilness right about now. The ones that were real crafty with the evil, you know, your nasty Pelosi's and people like that, you know, they're getting old. You see Nasty the other day at the speech. All she was doing was just wiping the white stuff off her mouth. You could tell she's winding it down right about now. You see, she's still nursing the hip. And she's like, you know what? I've given all the evil I can give. Right now, the party is in Hawker Jeffrey's hands, and I'm just trying to get back on my feet. So, hey, let the party just fold, because that's what's happening. So, the fallout from them just being dumb. They got a whole bunch of ghetto folks, a whole bunch of individual people who think, I know what to do. I know what I'm doing. I ain't got to listen to Hawker Jeffries because he's not a strong leader. And then they end up producing stuff like this that led to the worst week I think they've ever had. So let's check out some of their stupidity.
And all my life, I've watched politicians. We will cut your taxes. We will cut your taxes. These people say we're going to raise your taxes.
Yeah, they're dumb.
I want to make it clear. I'm going to raise some taxes.
And that's what they're running on. And I tell Republicans, take that night, because that was a great night.
Yeah.
You got record ratings. You saw that. The highest rated speech like ever of its kind.
Tell them.
Take that night and run your midterms on it. And show us, I'm talking about some young child with cancer.
But you want to know the craziest part?
Yep. That's what they did. They have given. They don't even realize when they're doing it. That their behavior is giving Trump, anybody running against a Democrat, so much ammunition. They do things and I say, wow, y'all are only doing this with a very small percentage of Americans in mind. Y'all are doing this for the craziest, most radical part of your base who's out there singing, there's little light of mine, and threatening Trump on TikTok. Those are the people you're acting a fool for, because the folks that you really need to be reaching out to are, one, able to identify those folks as crazy, and two, looking at your behavior and saying, you got to be kidding me. Are y'all kidding? And they think this is working. We're going to show Trump we're the resistance. And I'm going, too much resistance. Too much. You didn't check and see what the people felt. How much of the population is all about resistance? This isn't 2016 anymore. See, but y'all are operating like it is. And so now the fallout for DJ gets worse because his dad had to come out and talk about what took place that night. Now I'm wondering if MSNBC or CNN or something like that going to invite DJ's dad onto the show and ask him how he had felt that night when the Democrats sat there with their arms folded. Well, probably not. So we're going to find out how he felt.
Because my mom bathed me and my brothers all together, and out of nowhere I locked up, and then my dad was calling my name, and I started going to the slow thing, and he said, "Stop playing with me," and I started to act. I ain't gonna lie, I started to act slow, and then as soon as he said that, we were speeding all the way, running lights, going to the hospital, and then next thing you know, I was seizing on the table. They said, "No, we're gonna have to go on this brain tonight." Ever since then, I had 13 brain surgeries. 13. That's how many times my personality has changed.
Wow. See, I mean, yeah, every time I listen to his testimony, every time I look at this kid, I see any clips or people covering it, it just takes me back to the moment where I'm watching all of this and I'm going, man, this is such a beautiful moment. And to see the Democrats come out there and just do the worst thing possible. I mean, it's amazing that nobody over there was like, okay, hitting them all like, hey, this is not the time to sit down. Everybody needs to get up for this one. Get up. I don't care how bad you hate Trump. Get your butt up. Nobody thought for a second that this will come back and bite them. See, they forget how much they go out there talking about all these special groups of people that they just love. And that Trump and the right hates and all the racism and all of this and that. And we're the ones that are inclusive and we embrace all of it. And then you get an example of somebody who falls in the category of all the things that they say they support and love. And then their hatred for Trump makes them make such a unforced error that, boy, it's going to be hard for them to recover. This is the fallout from it, guys. So here's DJ and watch his dad.
That's something that you don't hear from a terminally ill child. They had 5 months to live. I'm going to keep on going into my gas tanks right now. And that's when God calls you home. You never know when God's going to call you home.
Now, a 13-year-old shouldn't even be having to talk about this. You know, I didn't start actually thinking about death until I hit, like 45, 50 years old. It was a myth. You know what I mean? I thought, come on, my dad, one day, man, we all got a day that's going to, like, Dad, you and your imagination. Tell you talking about one day we're going to die. I mean, you get older and the reality hits you. You hit around 45, 50 and you're going, man, I got less days ahead of me than I have behind me, boy, I better kick it in. I better do something to make sure I leave a mark. You shouldn't be talking about this at 13. At 13, most people were going, I'm going to live forever. Unless an accident happened, most likely I got my whole life ahead of me. But DJ here is thinking about this at 13. Now, if that don't move you, nothing will. And thus Trump said it. Nothing will move the Democrats. Continue, DJ.
I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for my dad. I know he's pretty proud of me, and I'm pretty proud of him too. And I'd like to thank President Trump, because if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be here.
There it is. That's where you went wrong, DJ. See, it was too much for them to overcome. That mountain of TDS was too high for them to climb and go on over the other side. It's like, oh, Trump, he's involved with this? Oh, heck no. I don't care what the situation is. Jesus himself could come down and say, I have anointed Trump to take America to its last phase of glory. It is I, the Lord, I have spoken and shown you my might and power. And the Democrats would be like, I curse you. Never. We will never. They would do it, man. They hate Trump that much.
Today.
What a good-looking family, huh?
There's one more thing I got for you.
One more thing I got for you. There you go. How do you like that? One more thing I got for you. So now, once again, the fallout. See, now you're getting everybody reacting to the way they reacted or the way they should have reacted. You got the fake news coming out running interference against this, and yet more emotional moments are coming out about DJ. Yeah, see, so moments like this, I got one more thing for you. Gave Trump a hug. Now, wait a minute, y'all. I thought the white nationalists right here, the white supremacists, should have threw up the forearm on DJ, pushed him up off of him like, don't touch me, okay? All right, I don't like you. I don't want you to get the black stuff all over me. But he didn't. Look at this, guys. The white supremacists, the white nationalist racists gave big old DJ a nice big fat hug.
That's very nice. Look at that family you got, huh? Very nice. How are you? Nice to see you.
Now, you know what's crazy about all of this right here? Is once again, TDS will make your common sense just collapse. I mean, common sense should say, look at how many times Trump has been shown interacting, loving on, doing things for people of color. But yet I'm still willing to hang on to the narrative that Trump's a white supremacist and a racist. How many of these you need to see before you start realizing they've been lying to me? That's the crazy part about it. You don't find part-time racists. Yeah, see, so the bottom line is, Trump has done this way before he even ran for the presidency. He's been doing stuff like this a long time before he even ran, but yet they never want to talk about that. All of the contrary evidence in the past that Trump was not and is not a racist, they don't want to bring that stuff up. And the current stuff, they kind of, they got to try to figure out a way to make it seem negative. I'm sure right here, there he is again. He's exploiting the kid. I mean, it's obvious that he didn't want the kid to come there. You look at, he didn't even get up. He didn't even get up when he gave the kid a hug. They're probably looking at this going, how can we make this sound negative? But what they can't make sound negative is DJ's dad, y'all.
Evening last night, right?
I thought. Oh, but before we go to DJ's dad, one of my favorite preachers. Oh, yeah, man. Okay. Listen to Bishop Wooden, because he saw it too. They can't recover from that, man. What they did to DJ, the fallout is still happening. Listen to Bishop Wooden's take on it.
I was touched by what happened for little J.D. Daniels, diagnosed with terminal brain cancer in 2018. The doctor gave him 6 months to live, and here he is in 2025. Still going forward.
Now, see, that's enough for the church to get up and start clapping and shouting. Just that alone. I'm surprised the organist didn't. Drummer. But let's continue because he got to go ahead and get his message out.
He's had 13 brain surgeries. Yeah, there he is. And when the president announced that it made him an honorary member of the Secret Service, the little boy, whether you think that that was a prop, a ploy, or anything like that, he didn't. That was real to him. and 13 brain surgeries. And the little boy, I'm telling you, now I'm going to be honest with you. I was sitting there watching it. Tears just rolled down my eyes.
Tears just rolling down his eyes. And I'm sure many people had tears rolling down their eyes, especially when he broke down and gave the Secret Service director that big hug of his. Man, I mean, that was a moment right there for everybody to come together. Everybody. Yeah, that would have been a great moment for them to even boast about their fake bipartisan, activities, because that's what they did. See, we were bipartisan. We got up. We stood up for DJ, but they couldn't even do it for that. See, so now Bishop Wooden got to bring it up because everybody noticed it. Everybody noticed it. Yeah, I didn't show the whole clip of him talking to his congregation, but he was like, "Look, man, I don't even ask anybody in here who's Democrat and who's Republican or whatever, However, you could tell that he inserts enough condemnation on them Democrats that where he's trying to help everybody in his congregation to see the light. He's helping them. He's like, look, man, all you got to do is look at the fruit of their labor. That should help you decide what they're about and who you should be supporting. So when you see something like this and the fruit of their labor is what?
I'm a grandparent, and I'm a parent. And I thank God that it wasn't my little grandson that had those surgeries. But for him to get recognized like that, and then to see the Heartless response. Heartless response. Look at that. Now that's why the boy.
Look at that. The Heartless response. There it is. They all need the Tin Man. If I only had a heart. When the man's an empty kettle and should be on his medal, and yet I'm torn apart. They need a heart. So look at them. Evil parrots in a cage. All of them. Squinted up. Now look, this is a perfect picture to show what this party's about. It will live in infamy. But they don't care. See, they're too dumb to stop and realize, wow, how's this going to look later? After we make our statement and after we appease our very small percentage of radical folks who said, that's right, they should have sat down on that kid. They should have. After we appease them, then we're on to regular common sense people. And the regular common sense people are going to be saying, whoa, I'm almost busted up on the inside. I look at you guys and this is your reaction?
Was being recognized. And then members of the Black caucus and the Black community, no joy, no nothing. Now, it's one thing to disagree with the president. It's one thing. But have we gotten to the point where we're no longer human? When First Lady Obama, First Lady Bush, First Lady Clinton, when all of the First Ladies enter into the chamber, when the president speaks to the Congress, both parties stand and receive them.
Until when?
Until the other night.
Until the other night. Fallout still happening. You don't think these people right here are going to be influenced when it comes down to supporting the funky behind Democrat Party? So all of a sudden, all of the decorum, the norms and stuff, yeah, that went out the window. Yeah, and I heard they had a secret meeting afterwards where Hawker Jeffries was mad, but he has no control over it. I bet you before they was like, can y'all just please act like y'all got some sense? Can y'all just please act like, man, y'all killing us. Y'all don't see that we got a 21% approval rating? Don't go out there and embarrass. Man, shut up. We do what we want, blah, 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 blah. That's what it is. They went out there and did what they want. But guess what? It didn't stop there. What else they do, Bishop?
When the president enters in, both parties stand and receive them.
Until
the other night.
There it is.
It's one thing to disagree, but decorum matters. And see, I don't want that spirit in here.
Then the day I bless your church, Bishop. He don't want that spirit in there. Nobody wants that funky, nasty spirit up in their church. Unless you are a watered down bootleg church that will let Hillary Clinton come up in there talking about, I don't feel no ways tired. I've come too far from where I started from. And let people like Fat Fanny come up in there talking about, yeah, I know I was knocking boots with somebody's husband, but God is on my side. Yeah, unless you one of them kind of churches, okay? So there you have it. You got the church folks recognizing it, and then look at this. Somebody interviewed DJ's daddy.
I'm gonna need you sooner or later. We all gonna need each other.
Do you think he was, in a way, he was a role model even in that room last night?
Well, I'll tell you what, you used the term, we were in a room full of politicians. No, we were in there with a group, just a good, wholesome American folks, all actual real people that actually had real things going on and felt the genuineness of what's happening, because this is we're just one of the stories from last night, And so those are actual people.
Now, I'm loving this, what he's doing. I'm loving that his dad got a chance to respond as well, because he's saying, look, we know we got politicians in there, but then these stories, he didn't just focus on what DJ's story is. He's able to see the bigger picture right here. He's talking about all of the people who have personal human stories that they should have laid down the politician in them and released the human in them to respond to this. See, so he's not there taking up all the glory, talking about, look what they did. This man right here has some wisdom. He's talking about all of the stories that were recognized that should pull the humanity out of you and leave the politician in the seat.
That were down there, regardless of people would say there were politicians while they were listening to Mr. Trump. But when they turned around and started listening to our stories and clapping, they would turn into regular people.
There it is. He's saying, yeah, y'all could be politicians when y'all hearing Trump say, I got the best poll numbers and I've done more than anybody. Yeah, but when you hear them start honoring real life Americans that have nothing to do with just politics, that's when you say, okay, politicians stay in the seat, humanity stands up. He was hoping that they would be able to say, you know what? Yeah, I might boycott Trump, but these people in their situation, I'm going to honor it because that's the human side of me. But now we see just how inhumane the Democrat politicians are, because they couldn't even muster that up, and he recognized it.
And that's what you want. You want regular people to do things. And those are great, wonderful people, regardless of it all. I'm sure the people on the other side, they're great, wonderful people deep down inside there. But I don't know what happened. It was very heartbreaking. I just couldn't. I looked at him. He was devastated.
He was devastated. He was devastated. A 13-year-old probably is wondering, why didn't they stand up? Yeah, your brain at 13, you're probably thinking, well, everybody got up and do. Is it me? Did they not like me? Is that it? I mean, this is how foul those people are. They didn't even stop to think what the 13-year-old might be interpreting their nasty attitude to be. Now, do you think any of them gonna come out and apologize? Nope. You have Fetterman come out and make some comments, but the rest of them, just let it be. Let it fade away. If anything, blame Trump for exploiting the situation. But the dad caught it. He caught it.
Just didn't know what to tell it, because I was totally unexpected. I just was like, I can't believe this, but I'm sure, I'm sure they have a little time to think about it.
Yeah. And the only reason they would think about it is if it's affecting them politically. Other than that, they don't care. Until the fallout, see, when they start seeing it popping up all over the internet, Democrats sit down when honoring a 13-year-old. Then all of a sudden, how can we come out and say something about it? Send out Mad Max. You know what? The way that he used these people's tragedies, instead of coming out and saying the way we sat down with our nasty, stinking attitude was horrible. Yeah, so he's trying to give them the benefit of the doubt, but some stuff just can't make sense out of that type of nonsense.
But they thought they were ruining the party, but guess what? It kept on going.
Yeah.
Because the message still got out from each and Johnson's mother. You got Lincoln Riley's mother. You got, I think his name was Jason, the youngster with his father. The police officer got killed in California. You got the West Point deal. Because Mr. Trump said, well, guess what? Your application's already accepted. Made him sit down. I'm talking about, he dang near passed out. The body walked up, gave him a 5.
Looked excited.
There's a lot of people. You got the family of the gentleman that got killed in Butler. I can just go on and go on and go on, and Mr. Ortiz, You know, everybody's got a story to tell, but it's real stories. And it wasn't a political move because none of us knew about it. These are real stories, real people that's willing to go out on a limb to try to make a difference without thinking about it. But with all things great, it comes with great sacrifices. God just chose us to do it because he felt like we were strong enough to do it. And guess what is happening, you know? But to see the other side of the room not even stand up for, you know, Jocelyn's mother while I was telling the story, I just couldn't believe it.
I just couldn't believe it. This is the type of fallout that is happening from the way that those fools acted. I just couldn't believe it. It was hard to believe. But you know what? I love the fact that Trump knew it. He came out and said, there's nothing we can do to make these people stand up. So yeah, it's believable. They made believers out of themselves. I mean, everybody who saw it was like, I didn't believe it. I couldn't believe it, but they did it. Trump said it. And they did exactly what he said. I'm a